Why does conflict occur in the workplace? Most of the time, it's born out of people reacting to their perceptions of how they were treated by someone else. And most of the time, the most efficient, most effective way to resolve that conflict is for the offended party to converse directly with the offending party. But there's one word that, if used too much, will dramatically increase the likelihood that that conversation will make things worse. Stick around, because in this episode of Your Practice Ain't Perfect, I'm sharing the one word you have to change to successfully navigate conflict. Play my theme song! If one of your colleagues was frustrated with something you said or did, what would you want them to do about that? Come to you or talk about it with others? Most people say, I'd want them to come to me. We know that this behavior, team members sharing their concerns directly with each other instead of to a third party, is key to reducing team drama. But if those conversations aren't approached correctly and executed carefully, they can actually make things worse. In previous episodes of this series, I've shared some strategies for how teammates can effectively give and receive feedback to each other. But there's one subtle tactic we haven't covered yet, and that must be added to our conversation. We must encourage team members, when they carefully confront their peers, to minimize their use of the word you and replace it with the word I. The next time you have an uncomfortable conversation with someone, I want you to try this technique. Instead of saying, you cut me off at the meeting and it bothered me, say, I felt cut off at the meeting and it bothered me. Instead of saying, you don't seem to care about keeping our schedule on time, say, I'm questioning how much you care about keeping our schedule on time. Instead of saying, you said unflattering things about me to our new hires last week, say, I heard that some unflattering things were said about me to our new hires last week. Notice how the tone changes by using I in place of you. Instead of accusing and condemning someone, the speaker ends up talking about themselves, which is far less conversationally abrasive. You, the word you, is an accusatory word. It's a verbal poke to the chest. Proclaiming you during an uncomfortable conversation is like lobbing tiny little grenades into that interaction. If we can get team members thinking about making this subtle switch, it will improve the tone and tenor of the conversations they have to have with each other. This increases the likelihood that they can resolve conflict on their own and not make things worse. By the way, this tip isn't just for peer-to-peer conversations. If you are a supervisor, try this the next time you have to give someone feedback or address a performance management issue. It works there too. The first few times you try this, it might feel awkward. Truthfully, it requires more thought and intentionality during conversation, but swapping out you and replacing it with I makes conflict resolution far more achievable. So there you have it. Ask your team to embrace this one-word swap to incrementally improve how everyone there gives feedback and brings uncomfortable things to each other. If this video was useful to you, then I'd love it if you could do something useful for me. Share this video on LinkedIn, Facebook, or any other digital spot where you hang out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.